for clicking, and this is another video on grammar. So, first of all, I'd like you to have a look at these sentences and answer a couple of very easy questions. So, how many parts are there in each sentence? I hope you've noticed the two parts. One of them starts with if, and the other doesn't. And the second question is, what's the relationship between these two parts of the sentences? If you do your homework quickly, we will go for a walk. If you don't water the flowers, they die out. That's result and cause relationship, isn't it? So these sentences, which are called conditional sentences, or a part of the bigger issue, subjunctive mood, they consist of two parts, so-called if clause and result clause. And these two parts reflect the reason-consequence relation. There are four main types of conditionals and two mixed conditionals, which we are going to get across today. So, let's get started. To begin with, look at these sentences and let's find the if clause. If records fall, if you don't work hard, unless you love it, unless you take special care of them. Notice that the reason clause does not always start with if, it may also start with unless. And also mind you that the if clause or a reason clause is not always in the beginning of the sentence like here, but it may also be after the comma like here, in the second half of the sentence. So, what time does this reason refer to? If records fall, when? We don't know when, and we are not interested in the exact time. It's regardless of time. Is the situation probable? Is it possible that records fall from time to time? Yes, of course. Let's have a look here. If you don't work hard, again, when does this happen? Regardless of time, any time. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. Unless you love it. When you love your job. Again, always, no matter when. Is it possible that you love your job? Of course it is. You take special care of them. Again, when? Always, no difference, no matter when. And is it possible? Yes, of course. So in zero conditionals, the result, the clause, the reason is regardless of time and it's probable. And what about the result? When does the result happen? You don't achieve anything. When? Again, again, regardless of time, yeah? You are not successful in your job anytime. These flowers don't blossom, no matter when. So, I hope you've understood that zero conditionals express rules and situations where one event always, inevitably follows the other. If you don't eat anything for 5 months, you die of hunger. Nothing can be done. Yeah? In these sentences, if can often be replaced by when. So let's move on. The next, how to form zero conditionals. Let's have a short look back at the example sentence. You don't eat anything. What tense is that? Present simple, of course. And you die of hunger is present simple as well. So, to express inevitable result, we use present simple in both parts. And the formula goes, if it does, it does. If you don't water the flowers, they wither. If you don't do your homework, you don't get high marks. And so on and so on. Yeah. Now, let's move on to the next type of conditionals. Let's find the if clause first. Unless we are careful, if I wash up quickly, her homework is done, if she manages to pass the driving test. Do these refer to present, past, or future? Hope you haven't fallen into a trap and realized that these refers to future. Is it real? Is it possible that we are not careful? Yes, of course it is. Is it probable that I wash up quickly? Certainly. May it happen that my sister's homework is done? Yes, definitely. Is there any probability of her managing to pass the driving test? Definitely. So, the if clause in the first conditionals refers to real future. And what about the result? What time does it refer to? Gene doping will be the next big threat. Will we go for a walk? I won't let my younger sister play with her toys. Mary will organize a party. So this is obviously future, isn't it? We can conclude that first conditionals refer to real or probable situations in the past which will happen in the future, of course, which will happen in case something else happens. If you finish your homework early, we will go for a walk. It's possible that you finish your homework early, and in this case, we will go for a walk. Now it's time to pay attention for formation. Have a look at the example. What tense is there in if clause? That's present simple. Despite the fact that it refers to the future, the tense we use is present simple. And in the result clause we use future simple, don't we? Right? Okay. So first conditionals is present simple plus future simple. If it does, it will do. If you watch this video up to the end, you will hopefully understand conditionals. And for these to come true, let's move on to the next type. So, if gene therapy were used now, if I took part in the Olympics, unless our boss was a workaholic, if I got $20 million. So what time does these refer to? If gene therapy were used, we have it now. Yeah? If I took part in the Olympics, when do the Olympics take place? In the future. When is our boss a workaholic? In our today's life. When can I get $20 million? In the future. So, this condition refers to present or future. But let's have a look at whether this is real. So, do we use gene therapy now? No, not yet. Will I take part in the Olympics? Definitely no. Is our boss a workaholic? Yes, he is. Will I get $20 million? No. So, the second conditionals are used to express unlikely future situations, such as, for example, if I won enough money, I would buy this car, but I don't think that I will win it. In this case, first conditionals are really close to this meaning of the second ones. The only difference is how real do you consider this situation. For instance, two people bought the tickets, yeah? The lottery tickets, and the optimist would say, if I win, or even probably when I win $1 million, I will spend it for charity. So he uses first conditional because he considers this situation real in the future. But the pessimist would say, if I won $20 million, I would spend it for charity, but I know for sure I'll never win. So this is the first case. And the second one is impossible present. This is the cases like, if the weather was fine, we would go for a walk. But look, oh gosh, it's pouring down with rain. That's why we don't go for a walk. Or if I were a head teacher, I would ban homework. But alas, I'm not a head teacher. Now, let's pay attention to the formation. So in the if clause, look, if I won, if the weather was, hopefully you've recognized past simple, yeah? And in the result clause, I would buy, would go. This is grammatically called future in the past simple, but usually we just say would plus infinitive to make it easier to remember. Or you can just remember the formula. If it did, it would do. So, it's time to move on to the next type, and let's get started with finding the if clause. If they had taken part in the first Olympic Games. if Wojna Jasenecki hadn't made his discoveries, if she had studied harder. So, when did it happen? Obviously, sometime in the past, right? Was it real? Did contemporary amateur athletes take part in the first Olympic Games? Definitely no. Did Wojna Jasenecki make his discoveries in contaminated surgery? Yes, he did. Did she study hard? No, she didn't. So this is unreal past. And when is the result? When is the result? At the time of the first Olympics, at the time of the Second World War, and last year. So the result also refers to the past. This way we can make a conclusion that third conditionals express unreal past which didn't happen because something in the more distant past hadn't happened. Like that, if Jane had known about the danger, she would have warned me. But she didn't know, and therefore she didn't warn me. Now let's pay attention to the formation. If Jane had known, I hope you recognized past perfect, yeah? And would have warned, that's the perfect infinitive, or to make it easier, we just say would plus have plus past participle. If it had done, it would have done. Yesterday, we had a test on the conditionals. If I had watched this video before, I would have got, of course, high results. So that's it with the three main conditionals, and there are two mixed ones. Look. So, if he hadn't been caught taking drugs, when was he caught taking drugs? In the past. Is the situation real? No, it's not. He was caught. If the rescue team hadn't found him, when is it? Again, in the past. Is it real? No, it's not. The rescue team did find him. If he hadn't spent so much money for charity, when is it? Again, in the past. Did he spend money for charity? Yes, he did. So the situation is not real. Yeah? If she hadn't lied many times before, again, it's in the past. Is it real? No, it's not. Unfortunately, she had lied. So that's it. Yeah? The if clause is about unreal past. And let's have a look at the result clause. Ben Johnson would still be a world record. When? Now. Is he a world record holder? No. He would be dead. What time? Right now. Is he dead? Thankfully, no. He wouldn't have so many people willing to help him. When? This moment. Did he have many people? Yes. I would believe her. When? Now. Do I believe her? No, I don't. So, mixed conditionals A refer to something unreal in the present because something didn't happen in the past. Like, for example, if I hadn't been found by the rescue team, I would be dead. But I was found and that's why I'm not dead. Now let's concentrate on the formation. So in the if clause we use past perfect, like in the third conditionals, and in the result clause we use would plus infinitive. If it had done, it would do, which is the mixture of conditional type 3 and conditional type 2. That's why we call them mixed. And mixed B, if more people around the world took part. So when, what time does it refer to? Present. Is it real? No, it's not. If current Olympic champion took such drugs, when? Right now. Do they take these drugs? No. If she wasn't ill, when? Today. Is she ill? Yes, she is. We could become friends, when? These days. Are we friends? No, we are not. So the condition, the if clause, is about unreal present. And result, more records would have fallen. What time? Right now. She would have broken that record. When? Now. She would certainly have taken part in the performance. When? Today. If she hadn't been so reserved, when? All the time. And is it real? Is she reserved? Yes, she is. Did she take part in the performance? No, she didn't. Did she break the world record? No, she didn't. Do the records fall? No, they don't. So, mixed conditionals B refer to unreal or imaginary present situations caused by states or present situations. If I loved animals, I would have been a vet. But I'm a teacher because I love children more than animals. Now, let's concentrate on form. So, in the if clause, we use loved. Right here, that's past simple. And in the result clause, we use great, good job, perfect infinitive. That is perfect infinitive. So the formula goes, if it did, it would have done. Conditional type 2, conditional type 3 together make mixed conditionals B. So, that's about it for today, I think. I hope you've learned all about conditionals, but be sure to take your time and practice. Until next videos, take care.